So hey guys, we're at the Airbnb in Toronto. I just did a live stream, but unfortunately the power on my iPod died. So I am filming a video and I'm going to show you the 3 projects that we did on the live stream. Here are the 3 designs I did on the live stream. This one that's adjustable, this one with the little beads, and this one with the bow, which didn't work out so well. So I'm going to remove those and I'll do the first one first. So basically I had a piece of 18 gauge wire and I got a 6mm bead. This one is a cat's eye bead, the other one was a miracle bead. So you center it, and then what I want to do is put the one wire that way and this wire the opposite way. So we'll start with a little bit of an S formation, and then we're going to actually push this one all the way around and this one too all the way around, so it's just kind of surrounding the bead. And then you want to go ahead and get your ring form, and this is going to be a very simple kind of ring, and I thought it would be cool to do this video because if you travel and you want to make rings that you can sell, this is a very easy way to do it with minimal tools. So if we just go like that, and then you could cut the wire longer and wing it around a couple of times, but I kept this one super simple. And then what I did was just on to one side, we're just gonna bend it like to do a loop and then cut it off. If I had my cutters it'd be easier, but I'm just using my pliers. And then this one, you want to finish this to the other side, so we're going to go over to this other wire here, and I would say just a little bit to the side of the center. Like, you don't want it perfectly centered because you don't want a big gap in the ring, but you don't want it too off to the edge either. So we're just going to pinch that with the pliers so it'll cut through, and then with the flat pliers we're just going to flatten it so that part is like really flush down. So we're just going to do the same over here. We'll just flatten it so it's flush down, and then always put it back on the ring form to get it straightened out. Okay, so we've got like that. Push it around how you like it, and then it's a very simple adjustable ring like that. And then for the other design, I want to also keep it pretty simple. So we're going to go with the 20 gauge wire, and we're going to cut a couple of pieces. So again, I'm cutting with my pliers, even though it's not ideal, but if I only want to bring 2 pliers, 1 cutter and 1 plier, that's how it's going to go. So we're just going to make the basic shape for the ring. This is the same design as a video I have called Rings to Make and Sell. So what we want to do with this is just make 1 loop on one side, so you bend it a bit at an angle, and then bend this right around. We want to make a kind of a loop. Okay, so there's your loop, and what we want to do is make it big enough you could put a wire through, and then just trim it. Same thing, trim it. If you have cutters, use them, but if you don't, just use your pliers. But then I want a pretty long gap here. On the video I have Rings to Make and Sell, I just put a simple 1 bead in the middle, but for this one, instead of doing a single bead in the middle, I'm just going to put a little row of seed beads just to make it a little more fancy. So we've done our loop, we cut the edge, so this is our basic shape for the kind of base of the ring. Okay, we're just going to make sure these are flat so there's no pokey ends. So you'll see there's quite a wide gap in between here. And then what you're going to do is take your other wire. Now this wire could be thinner. It could be a 24 gauge wire. I'm just using 20 gauge because, again, I brought very minimum materials on my trip, so I thought we'll just go with this. So we're just going to twist it around because you just want to have it stabilized there. You just want to stick it in there. And then again, we're going to clip that wire Okay, if you have cutters, use them. If you don't, just use your pliers. And this is going to go, do you see it's gone in the loop and it's bent around? So now we're going to put a bunch of seed beads on there. Now seed beads are basically just very small glass beads. Now they're not round, they're just kind of like little flat-ish beads. So you could put anywhere between like 5 and 7 beads across, depending on how big you want the ring and also depending on how big your seed beads are, because if they're skinny you can put more and if they're thick you can put less. So I just like the idea of it being like a little strip of beads. So seems to me like 5 is a good number for this. So you're going to hold these and then bend that wire down like that, okay? And it's too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it to about, say, 1 inch-ish. And then we're going to push that one in here, back down into the loop. Okay, we're going to get it in there. Make sure, yeah, it's in. And then if you need to, just use your pliers to pull at it a little bit to get it in there and around, because if it opens up there, just close it up a bit and then push this one around here. And if you're wondering what that kind of rumbling sound is, it's because we're at an Airbnb and we're actually like right literally almost on top of these subways. So it's a little bit irritating, but we're getting used to it. So we're just going to clip that. And then we're just going to put the ring form in, straighten it up. And I think for today we're just going to do these 2 designs, because I had worked on a design for a bow and it didn't super work out. I think I already have a bow design that I've done before. So for our rings, what we've done then today is this one with the little strip of seed beads, and then this one, which is just a simple wound bead with an adjustable base. So there we go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who did hop on the live stream, I'm so sorry that it cut out, but now you have clearer instructions on how to make those 2 rings. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do a series of videos how to make more rings to sell and more rings that you could make while you're traveling. So look out for those videos. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And if you love wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club. So thanks so much for hopping on the live earlier if you did, for joining me on my vacation, and have a great rest of the summer, and we'll see you guys the next time. Bye!